where you are geographically or in phase of life. We all have different risk taking capacity. So you have to test where your boundaries are, and according to that, you have to take a risk. Risk, what I mean by that is it could have a different definition for every one of us. For someone, risk could be changing new careers. For someone, risk could be trying out something new. So I connect risk and trying out new things as the same thing, because what I consider risk is when you are in a phase of life when you have a set routine, everything is going accordingly, you are very comfortable. That means you are not taking any risks. But if you want to progress in life, then that is something that you have to get used to. It is a muscle that you can train. You can have a muscle memory for taking risks when in different phases of life, different parts of life. It gets easier if you have taken risk in other parts of life. So that's how I would look at it. And whenever you are thinking about if this is a good time or not, that's what I think about during that time is, if I'm not taking risks today, then tomorrow will not get easier than today. It always gets harder because we are taking on more and more responsibilities, where we're growing in terms of our age. So at that time as well, and when you have that unmade decisions that you are thinking about doing something but you haven't done it, every day you are not making a decision about that, it gets harder and harder mentally for you to act on it. So best thing to do is even take a small type of risk. Like I said, risk could mean different things to different people, but what I would say is, if you are trying out something new, then you haven't tried before, or you have been thinking about trying, then that I would consider as taking a risk. On top of that, while watching the clip, I figured that I can give you an example of what it would look like if you just want to start doing something like that. You can, if you haven't put in anything on social media, you're too afraid to do that, then you can start with posting a story on Facebook or Instagram. You can even put in something in writing, your thoughts. You can share your thoughts about a specific topic, an opinion, and you can share it through on a video like this, or you can put it on in words and share a post, written post like that. That could also be taking a risk. You can start gradually, and once you get more comfortable, once it's not risky enough for you, then you can do something harder and harder every day by day. That would also be something you can do. You can set yourself for an environment where it's easier for you to do that. When you are trying to take on risk, if you set yourself up uh, in past that I'm gonna make sure that I have enough safety net for amount of money that I'm making to take a risk in my professional life. If you want to take risk in personal life and try out something new, as which means that you want to try and go on a trip, you want to try and go to gym every day. You're when you're changing your routine, you're going out of your comfort zone, you're trying out something new. That means you are taking a risk of a kind. You can set yourself up in an environment where it's easier for you to take risks. So you can do that. You can plan those things accordingly. You can make changes in your lifestyle slowly and progress over perfection, as I always say. You can say comfort over risk, or comfort over trying out new things, comfort over try and fail. The more you try and fail, the more you learn, the more feedbacks you have, the more chances of you getting better at doing something.